Look, let's be honest. If your brain had a mouth right now, it wouldn't be whispering sweet nothings. It wouldn't be reciting poetry. It'd probably be screaming. Something incoherent, maybe involving curse words and a desperate plea for quiet, for mercy, for just 5 minutes without another notification. Because this state we're all collectively marinating in, this isn't the pinnacle of human achievement. This isn't us mastering technology. This is, well, it's digital burnout. It's the slow, simmering cognitive soup of too much, too fast, all the time. And if any of that sounds vaguely familiar, like the internal monologue you have while staring blankly at your overflowing inbox, buckle up. Things are about to get uncomfortably real. Meet our protagonist for this journey, a simple stick figure, representing, well, you, me, us. Observe the modern ritual, brushing teeth, while doom scrolling through work messages on Slack, while half listening to a sped-up TikTok audio trend, while simultaneously Googling existential questions like, why am I like this? And can you overdose on memes? The answer to the first is complicated. The answer to the second is, probably. We're testing the limits. Welcome to episode 1 of the Digital Detox series. Consider this your intervention, albeit a very calm, slightly sarcastic one. Today's topic, why your brain is currently sending out an SOS signal that you're mistaking for a notification. Or more simply, why your brain is begging for a break. Right, let's dissect this mess, systematically, like trying to untangle headphone wires that have achieved sentience in your pocket. Your brain, bless its 3-pound fatty heart, evolved over millennia for a radically different environment. Its primary operating system was designed for things like spotting ripe berries, recognizing which growl meant saber-toothed tiger and which meant stomach rumbling, figuring out how to not freeze to death, and maybe occasionally pondering the meaning of a particularly interesting cloud. Basic survival, analog, relatively slow. Now, fast forward a few 100,000 years, which is basically yesterday in evolutionary terms. What's your brain dealing with? It's juggling 3 different messaging platforms for work, 2 for friends, 1 for family you tolerate. It's navigating 5 streaming service interfaces that all look slightly different, but equally determined to autoplay something you didn't ask for. It's absorbing your aunt's increasingly bizarre political theories on Facebook, between updates on your cousin's cat and targeted ads for things you thought about once. It's trying to process a 24/7 news cycle designed to induce panic, while also keeping track of which influencer is canceled this week. Your brain wasn't built for this constant, high-frequency, multi-channel assault. It's like using software designed for a pocket calculator to run quantum physics simulations. It might try, but mostly it just overheats and crashes. Every app, every website, every notification is engineered by very smart people, often with degrees in behavioral psychology, to do one thing: capture and hold your attention. They are fighting for fractions of your cognitive real estate like miniature digital warlords in business casual attire. Ping, buzz, a little red dot appears promising something. Autoplay video starts before you can object. You scroll down and miraculously there's more content. Always more. Infinite scroll, perhaps the most ironically named invention of our time because it infinitely scrolls your finite time and attention down the drain. And your poor brain? Amidst this digital cacophony, it's just trying to remember where you parked the car, or if you turned the stove off, or what day it is. Basic functions are getting lost in the noise. Let's talk neurochemistry for a second. Specifically, dopamine. You've heard of it. The feel-good chemical. It's part of your brain's reward system. It's meant to give you a little internal high five when you do something beneficial for survival, like finding food or connecting with another human. Technology has hijacked this system. Every time you get a like, a notification, a new comment, a match on a dating app, ding, your brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine, a little digital cookie. But here's the kicker. It's like eating sugar. The first cookie is great. The 10th, less so. Your brain adapts. It builds tolerance. The same little ping that used to feel exciting now barely registers. You need more pings, more likes, more novel content, just to feel baseline. Not even good, just normal. That, my friends, is the textbook definition of an addiction loop. Addiction math. It's not a moral failing, it's neurochemistry being expertly manipulated. Straight up. You're not weak-willed, you're biologically susceptible. Okay, how many browser tabs do you have open right now? Ballpark estimate. More than 5? 10? 20? Are some of them playing audio you forgot about? Forgetting what you walked into a room for. Repeatedly. Opening your phone with a specific purpose. Check the weather, text someone back. and immediately getting sidetracked by a notification, emerging 15 minutes later from a rabbit hole about competitive dog grooming with no memory of why you picked up the phone in the first place. That vague, persistent feeling of anxiety floating just below the surface for no discernible reason. Staring at your screen, knowing you should be doing something productive but feeling utterly paralyzed by the sheer volume of information and options. Analysis paralysis, but for your entire life. Doom scrolling through bad news for an hour, feeling increasingly helpless and agitated, closing the app, and then, driven by some unseen compulsion, opening it again 5 seconds later. Your thumb has developed a mind of its own. Your brain is on autopilot, and the autopilot is programmed to seek stimulation. Any stimulation. Having 37 browser tabs open, each one representing an unfinished thought, a half-read article, a task you meant to start. Your digital space mirroring your fragmented mental state. Let's do a quick self-assessment. No judgment, just observation. You might be overdue for a digital detox if the first thing you reach for in the morning, before your feet hit the floor, maybe even before consciousness fully boots up, is your phone. You check notifications before you check if you need to pee. Silence feels uncomfortable, awkward, even stressful. You need background noise, a podcast, music, a YouTube video just to feel okay doing simple tasks. You experience phantom vibration syndrome, constantly thinking your phone buzzed in your pocket when it didn't. Your nervous system is on high alert. You open Instagram, scroll mindlessly for 30 seconds, forget why you opened it, close it, and your thumb, operating purely on muscle memory, immediately taps to open it again. You find yourself feeling more genuine emotional attachment to certain memes or online creators than to some of the actual humans listed in your phone contacts. You frequently complain about not having enough time, while somehow managing to log 3+ hours of screen time watching video essays about optimizing your time. The irony is noted but powerless. Your sleep quality resembles that of a nervous chihuahua during a thunderstorm. You wake up feeling like you wrestled a bear. Your default state is mild irritability. Small inconveniences feel disproportionately annoying. If you nodded along to more than a couple of those, yeah, it's not just you. It's a feature of the current operating environment. Your brain's check engine light has been on for a while. You're just finally noticing the smoke. We track screen time in hours and minutes. Apps helpfully tell us we spent 4 hours doom scrolling yesterday. Thanks, app. Very useful. But what about the metrics that don't show up? The resources being silently depleted? Excessive digital engagement significantly harms key cognitive and emotional functions. It depletes mental bandwidth needed for complex thought by bombarding us with low-value information and forcing constant task switching. Creative energy is stifled by continuous consumption, leaving little room for original ideas. Distraction undermines emotional availability, making it hard to be truly present and empathetic. The ability to achieve focus and deep work is diminished as digital noise trains us for distraction. Lastly, constant interruptions hinder memory formation, making it difficult to retain information long-term. Ever feel stuck? Unmotivated? Like your brain is wading through conceptual treacle? That persistent brain fog? It's not just burnout in the traditional sense, it's chronic cognitive overstimulation. Too much input, not enough time or space for processing, for integration, for quiet contemplation. Your brain is essentially drowning in digital noise, most of it low-quality static. The million-dollar question. If we know this constant connection is frying our circuits, why don't we just put the devices down? Several reasons, none of them particularly comforting. Addictive design. Platforms use psychology like rewards and validation to keep users hooked. Easy dopamine. Brains prefer the effortless rewards from online activity over real-world effort. FOMO. Social fear of missing important updates or interactions keeps people connected. Blurred work life. Screens are often necessary for work, making it hard to step away. Habit. Difficulty. Breaking ingrained, socially reinforced digital habits is challenging. Lack of guidance. We weren't taught how to use technology sustainably or manage its effects, so we've diagnosed the problem. Your brain is indeed begging, possibly weeping for a break. We know why. We know the costs. We know it's hard. Next episode, we stop talking about it and start doing it. We take all this theory, crumple it up, and light it on fire with practical action. Subscribe to follow the challenge, or keep scrolling. Your brain knows what it needs.